26-man squad. We're going to go through 3 goalkeepers, 9 defenders, 5 midfielders, and 9 forwards. So let us know in the comments if you think we've missed out on anyone, and just let us know your thoughts before we get into this. So 3 goalkeepers. Shall we? Who wants to? I feel like it's pretty nailed on, but I still think we're going to have a discussion here because we all know my opinions on certain England goalkeepers, like Jordan Pickford. We can have a discussion about what we think early man squad if we were doing our thoughts now.
I think I'll take it as a resident goalkeeper.
Keepers Union.
I think there's 4 keepers ready up for choice here for 3 places. The 4 being Pickford, Henderson, Ramsdale, and Pope.
I think the only problem with Henderson, if we call it now, because we were saying this, if we were doing our team now, I think Henderson could be one for then, but we are kind of jumping into it, presuming he does well, aren't we? Really?
Yeah, exactly.
My prediction is he'll do well at Forest.
He'll get tested, like granted, and it'll be good for his exposure, almost like he did at Sheffield. It was good exposure for him.
And I think he'll flourish. He's got that sort of personality. I think he'll do really well there.
Yeah, he's a good keeper, isn't he?
I feel a bit sorry for Pope. Pope's will be the one for me who's going to drop out. I feel a bit sorry for him because I think he's a top keeper. Great shot stopper, great commanding crosses and all that.
And he's huge.
Yeah, he's 6'6", makes a goal small.
Yeah.
But I just think Southgate doesn't like him, and that's the reason why he will miss out.
Well, he can't replay, can he? Like,
I think that'll be interesting though, with him going to Newcastle.
Do you reckon?
To play. Be interesting.
I think he will, because Eddie Howe
proves he can play, because with Eddie Howe at the helm.
I'll be interested to see, 'cause when Burnley came to Villa Park in the last season, and he was trying to clip channels and whatever, and he's got a massive boot on him. It was going about 3 or 4 yards into the stand before it hit a player. So I'll be interested if he does that at Newcastle. Then fair dues, but
I think he might go though. This could be my sort of controversial twist on it. Is that Pope might go because he's 6'6" for a penalty shootout. Because he covers the goal massively.
Yeah.
He could be the penalty goalkeeper substitute.
We've got a keeper for that great analysis there. Thanks for that. We've got a keeper on the podcast because you might take him because he's 6'6". He covers the goal. He's big. He's big.
But it's true. But it's true. If you've got Pickford little arms in goal for a penalty, he's got a decent record to fair to him. But
you can't take Pickford out. Goal. I think penalty-wise.
Penalties
I think
is
his
great.
record is ridiculous.
Penalty record.
true. Don't get me wrong.
Sorry, I'm being nasty there. No, I do get your point. It is a valid point. So if we're going to lock in then the 3 goalkeepers, if we were doing our team now,
it's got to be Pope right now.
I'd say
with
not Pope.
Asterisk next to him.
Are we doing it as it right now, or as in like what we think the squad will be in December? Well, November, December.
As of now.
As of now.
Oh yeah, now you're dropping Henderson, then, aren't you?
That's what I was trying to get at earlier. That he could be great, but he also could stink the place out.
Yeah.
Quite easy, hasn't? Let's be honest, he hasn't been very convincing when he's played for Man United.
No, he hasn't, has he?
His form at Sheffield United was good though, wasn't it? So
a few years back now.
Yeah,
though. Things have changed. So okay, then we're going Nick Pope, Pickford, and Ramsdale as the 3 goalkeepers.
One thing with the goalkeepers, I'd love a young goalkeeper to go and get a spot. If you've got 2 nailed on potential starters, I know that's what I'm trying to think of. Ramsdale and Pickford, like they're both at the top of their game at the minute, and they're both playing for the big Premier League clubs week in, week out. I'd love a young keeper who's obviously going to be, perhaps they go, you'll be England #1 in 6-7 years time.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know who that would be though. But
in the 21 goalkeepers.
Yeah, maybe exactly something like that.
It is a massive step though, isn't it? The under 21s. I know it's side topic, but not many make. If you look at the players who made lots of appearances for the under 21s, not a boatload really.
No.
There probably is some stupid, like James Milner for example, he did. Like,
Then look at Nketiah.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
No goal guesses. Not getting in the squad ever.
No.
Ever.
Exactly.
We can't help it with the fact that we have got an amazing striker in Harry Kane. Nketiah's never going to get in the squad purely because of that. Okay, then we'll move on to the defenders.
So we divulge.
No, it's
only keepers.
Only keepers.
Yeah, who'd have thought we could talk that long about 3 goalkeepers? We've got 9 defenders to do now, so we're going to be here for a while. Okay, I think there's probably a fast way we can do this. Realistically, we're
Right back, 2 left back.
Yeah, 5 centre halves. I think that's the way you've got to do it. Let's be honest. So if we're going to start off with left back, I think there's 1 nailed on. Chilwell for me.
Yeah,
absolutely.
He's clear of Shaw, in my opinion. If Chilwell's
without a ball being kicked either, because Chilwell's been out with an ACL
came
for the
back,
last
didn't he? For
9
the
months.
Yeah,
last game.
That's what I mean. But without really a ball kicked for him in the last year, so if he hits the ground running like we know he can, top player, isn't he? And first choice, really.
Yeah, and I think the second choice really it's got to be Luke Shaw. Really, other than that,
I'm taking Trippier.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
As left back.
Sorry,
Yeah, I am.
completely forgot. And what's
Is
his
it
name?
Mitchell?
Yeah, Mitchell.
I'd be taking
I'd
Mitchell.
take Mitchell, actually. I completely forgot about Mitchell. I'll take that back.
The only thing I'll say is Southgate will go with players that have played well for him.
But this
why
is
he
our-
picked-
this is
I know
our
it
turn.
is, but I'd still take Shaw. I think he warrants his place.
I don't know. I think.
I
know he's
don't
had
think
a poor
Pat Shaw
season.
does.
No, I don't think Fatshaw does
know.
either. Fitshaw does. Fatshaw doesn't.
No, Fat Shaw.
I
doesn't.
don't think Fitshaw does. I think Fitshaw was a one-season wonder, and we've not.
Oh, but in the Euros, how good was he? For
No,
him?
he was
Oh,
great.
It was Roberto Shaw then, wasn't
He
it?
was.
And it was brilliant.
with that one
Shawberto.
season.
Was it Shawberto?
Other
Yeah.
than that, has he ever really done anything at United? He had that one season where he was all right when he
Yeah.
basically played as a winger.
Yeah.
Depends what Ten Hag
Mitchell's a
does with him.
shout. Mitchell's a shout. I'd like to see a bit more of him first. I want to see a bit more of him.
I think he's
looked
solid.
Good. He's looked good. I want to see.
So who are we going to agree?
I
then?
think with Trippier though, it's that set piece.
That extra quality with set pieces.
Yeah.
But I think we're better than that though as a nation, that we pick players for set
That's why we
pieces.
scored
I wasn't set in tournaments
Our
though.
last two tournaments have come from set pieces.
That's what I mean,
They're
yeah.
big things, and I think Trippier. We'll come on to that in a second with centre halves. I'd take Trippier and Walker over two other centre halves. I think
Oh mate, we forgot about
because
that.
I think they'd cover it. If we want to go to a back three, both of those can play right of a back three. They can both play full
I was going
back.
to put Walker as one of my centre halves anyway. to be
Exactly.
fair.
I think
Yeah,
Trippier
I'm
and
saying right
Walker
back.
can both do that job.
Okay, so two left backs. We'll try and agree on this.
Yeah.
We'll try and do this. So we're saying Ben Chilwell, and who's the second one we all agree on?
What are you saying, Trippier?
I want Trippier, yeah.
Go on. What are you actually saying?
If he's not going as a centre half, I'll take Trippier.
Okay, so it's going to. And then who are you saying? I'm going to just trump you straight away anyway. I'll just take Trippier. Just
Yeah,
for,
God, yeah.
Just, I feel bad now.
3-2.
Yeah.
It was Shaw or Trippier. It depends which way you want to go.
Yeah.
Shaw's your out and out second left back choice. Trippier does a good job there, doesn't he?
yeah,
But
I'd take Connor Townsend over Luke Shaw. But so now if we move on to our five centre backs now in the England side, I just want to say straight away, Kyle Walker is the one I'd want to put in straight away.
Agree.
yeah,
definite.
Walker as
I'm
a
fine with
centre
that.
back.
Yeah.
I think there's a few nailed on that we can go straight in with. Kyle Walker, John Stones.
Yep.
Yeah.
Who else then do you
Harry
want?
Maguire.
How Maguire's going.
Painfully, yeah. We're going to say Maguire.
Tamori's going for me.
Tamori as well.
Oh, he has been unreal,
Yeah.
hasn't he, since that move to AC?
And then who would
And-
you like as the fifth?
Cody.
No, I'm not having Cody in the England.
I'm
side.
not
Don't
taking
say
Cody.
who I think you're going to consider because the
Don't
answer
say
is no.
don't say him. Don't say him.
Just
Down the
cut
camera.
it.
Down the
Cut
camera.
it. Cut it.
Tyrone Mings.
No way.
As much as I
Kilman?
as much as
One
I
ahead
take
of
Mings,
him?
no, I would take Tyrone Mings over.
I'll take
Kilman.
No
Tyrone
way.
Mings. I mean, that's being
No
deadly
way.
serious as
I,
well.
honestly, as much as I've slagged off Tyrone Mings and things, and we've discussed it and we've laughed, we are not blessed with centre backs.
We're not.
No.
And he's okay. He's Tyrone. He's
And he's
okay.
left-footed. We
Yeah.
have no.
I'm sorry, can we stop this? Just because he's left-footed doesn't mean it.
for passing channels, it's huge.
I think
All he
it's
does
a
is
big
lump it
thing.
into the channel.
No,
Don't
but when
say he doesn't.
But when he plays,
Stop it. Admit it that he does, because he does. All he does is smash it down the
But not
channel
for
on the
England,
left hand.
For England, he honestly he's a different player. He actually does pass out from the back.
I don't know why I'm laughing.
I
I actually
personally,
think
I'm
it's
having
true.
it.
No,
I
for-
personally want to smack in him as my fifth choice centre back.
No.
And I'm
I
not
agree
even
with
trying
you,
to wind
Samuel.
There are some people ahead of.
There's some people who
Mings
know
for me.
ball, and you are one of
Yeah,
them.
exactly. Well, who are you saying, Kilman? Kilman.
Kilman's better than Mings.
Get
Absolutely.
lost.
There's a
He
reason why
absolutely
Kilman got
is.
there. He got dropped. Kilman got dropped. He couldn't even get in the Wolves side.
He was injured
Before he got injured, he was dropped
for a
Mings.
game.
because he wasn't good enough.
Couldn't lace Tyrone's boot.
Mings had got dropped last season 3
That's
times.
size 40, that's why it take him 3 days to lace them.
Okay, then.
Slander.
So-
Absolute slander.
Well, do you know what? We'll leave the fifth spot. We'll leave then for the audience to decide. Your choices are Tyrone Mings or Kilman. We'll say that, and we'll see what the audience decides. We'll move on then to
He's
the.
fuming about Connor Cody not even getting put in the discussion here. Look at
About the back 3, Cody.
He's a great leader. He can play cards with the team.
Great
Steve,
cheer.
Steve Holland's player of the tournament.
Looks good with those
Last year
pom-poms on the
was
side
Connor
of the
Cody.
pitch.
Oh, he should be captain then, shouldn't he? Even the Ballon d'Or.
He's played 5 times, been captain 4 times for England.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, here we go. So then right backs. Who would that be our 2 right backs? Things
James and Trent.
Yeah.
nailed on. Yeah, we'll move straight on because I don't think that's even a
That was
discussion.
easy.
Yeah. So then now we've got 5 midfielders, all centre midfielders we're going to
Enemies.
choose from.
Declan Rice,
Definitely.
Yep.
Calvin Phillips,
Yep.
Yep. Jude
Jude.
Bellingham.
Jude Bellingham.
Yep.
Conor Gallagher
Yep.
deserves a shout.
Yeah,
I
I
think
think
from
Conor
me.
Gallagher.
I want to see how he start. Right,
Oh.
I want to. If he's going to get a game, I know it's our early take, but he's one of those, isn't he? He was class at Palace,
No, but it's on now.
and it
If we're
earns
looking at
right,
the team.
earns right now. But I'd love to see him warrant that actual spot come November by playing at Chelsea.
Oh, I'm just thinking you then got Henderson and Ward-Prowse.
I'd pick Henderson over Ward-Prowse every day.
And Mount's a centre mid or Mount's a forward?
Forward. Because he doesn't play in, but I don't think he gets in my squad. But we can move on to that in a minute. And we won't start Joe on Mason Mount.
I don't want to generally eggshells there because I rate him and I know he hates him.
Money man said it.
Okay, the fifth midfielder. Who are we saying? Who are we taking?
Henderson.
We agree. Okay.
I like Henderson. I just think
I like Ward-Prowse. His set pieces are good. Like we said, set pieces are a key thing.
But you cannot take a centre midfielder just because he can take a good free kick.
But he's not a bad player either.
He's
very average. He's very average.
He's got Champions League, Europa League.
No, I agree. But all I'm saying is he's good. He's phenomenal at set pieces, but he isn't a bad player either. I'm not saying he's good enough, but he isn't a bad footballer
He's
either.
okay.
But when you say that,
you can't say that when you put 35 mil for him in last summer.
I don't take
what?
Yeah, we bid for him. Yeah.
So I'm not having that. So
I think he's okay.
He's good.
He didn't improve us. He wouldn't improve an England side.
He's an average player at best. I don't think he's. I think it is.
I think Gallagher's ahead of him in the pecking order. Gallagher's ahead of him.
Gallagher's already nailed in now 5.
Henderson. But anyway, I think he's close. He's good.
Do you not think, as one of the favourites for a competition, and we're using up and we're discussing how we should be using up one of our centre midfielders who can take a free kick? It's embarrassing, I think, to be honest. When you look at the calibre of players we've got, really, the fact that James Ward-Prowse is even rubbing shoulders with players like Declan Rice.
The only thing the struggle is like we've said, and a lot of our success comes from those set pieces. That's my only reservation.
I completely agree.
I'm not saying he should warrant a place.
I'm
not saying he should warrant a place. We should take him for that. All I'm saying is it is one of those factors where a lot of our success comes from those set pieces.
We've got players who can take a corner. We don't need to take one of our 26-man squad so we can take a corner and a free kick.
Exactly.
He can't come on just to take a free kick. He has to start there.
Yeah, exactly.
If you've got James Ward-Prowse starting in a final of a tournament,
we're in trouble.
You're in trouble. You've lost.
No.
You've got an issue,
You've got a massive issue. You wouldn't
agree.
get that far if you started players like James Ward-Prowse.
Agree.
Henderson's.
Then you'd be calling back for Mark Noble as well. Like you get your boys back.
He got his cap at Soccer Age.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, then we'll move on to the 9 forwards. So I think we should start off with, we'll go straight away with 2 or 3 strikers, I think, personally. 3 strikers, I think, is nailed on. So we've got Harry Kane, number 1.
Yeah.
Tammy Abraham.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Definite. And then who would you like as the third one?
Bowen or Watkins, I think, at the minute.
I think we could... Bowen's more of a... I think he'd take him more as a winger, wouldn't you? As a central...
Thing is, a lot of the players I think will be that front 9. Our front 9 squad are all versatile going in positions.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't just say 3 forward, 3 left wingers, 3 off.
Okay, we'll say 2 strikers then, and we'll do 7 wingers then.
Well, you've got Calvert-Lewin.
7 forward, you can say, couldn't you?
Calvert-Lewin's not getting...
Forget that.
He's not getting a shout, is he, at all?
No.
I was about to say, you're off the pod. If you try, he's a championship player.
No, I was thinking of what could the third strike, but like you say, it's Watkins, or are you looking at Calvert-Lewin and players like that, which at that point you might as well take another versatile forward instead of going to offer.
I moaned about Calvert-Lewin for my first few pods, and I got slated for by Everton fans. I think, came true that he was rubbish the whole year.
No, but the point was, I think the reason why you got slated is by the time I put the podcast out, he'd only played a few games because he'd been injured.
He played about 5 games after being in,
I think that's why Everton fans took it personally, because before that he was great, and I completely agree with what you said. But I think people it was good timing for a clip-wise. That he did well.
But I was just thinking of other strikers, like you say, there isn't many.
There's no...
Not blessed for the moment, isn't it?
You got players in, you
look
at players like Bamford and...
Sam.
I'm saying, those are players that played.
I was going to say, if you mentioned them in an England conversation.
No, I was saying, those are the kind of calibre of players you're looking at next. He got an England cap.
I know he did.
He's the next down in...
That's what I mean. That's what I'm saying. When you actually look at
for the last tournament, I thought like Danny Ings should be third striker, because at the time for Southampton he was scoring goals, and I thought if you need someone to score a goal in the last 10 minutes, he's a bit of a goal scorer. He could do something for you for 10 minutes.
Proves
but
we are really in trouble.
Yeah, how Ings has been the last 12 months,
He scored 1 goal for you the first weekend of the season.
Yeah, decent season for us in the end last year.
Did he?
He was all right.
His goal contributions weren't actually as stinky as you
Exactly.
think.
Yeah,
they actually are okay.
Topped our assist charts and everything. Yeah, he had a decent season.
Yeah. Okay, then. So who are the rest of the
we
wingers
got 7
then?
spots.
You could reel these
7
off
spots
fairly quickly.
Quite quickly.
Foden.
Jeez, I can't speak.
Foden, Sterling,
Grealish.
Saka.
Yeah.
Saka, yeah.
And then I think no Jadon Sancho, no Rashford.
I agree completely right now.
could change, but right now you
Right
can't.
now, no.
Mount's in for me.
I think you take Mount.
You have to, yeah. So that's. Did we say was that
5.
That's 5. So then we've got 2 more. I think Bowen.
Bowen's got to be in. Yeah, that's 6.
And then the 7th one, we can take a bit of a more of a rogue shout if we want. If there's anyone that you guys want to put in that you feel like's missed out, but I don't think there is anyone that's really missed out on a chance. I'm trying to think of an extra one that we could say.
You know, someone I'd like to see get a move this summer, and I think would do really well.
Have a chance for the World Cup. Hudson Odoi.
We're gonna end the. We're gonna do a 20
when he first summer scene, he was looking like a very, very good player, and then he's just done nothing last 12 months. I think just Chelsea.
Completely for that, we're taking Mings as our final. I can't believe you've just said that, Si.
Fantastic. I think if he gets a run a game somewhere,
he has had chances.